Well, good morning, Pipers. Welcome back to the Bass Piper channel. It's been a few weeks, maybe about a week and a half, that I have been on here with starting the tobacco series. As you know, we started with the cherry pickings about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Sorry I had to miss last week. Life gets in the way. Today, we're going to be talking about, guys, chocolate and coffee blends that Bass Piper has. And I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got about 9 I'm going to share with you, different tobaccos. Maybe some of y'all have had these or you got these in your cellar now. Maybe some has never tried them. So I'm going to try to do my best to tell you a little bit about them and just my belly button opinion on them. In fact, in my Eric Weaver freehand, I'm smoking today the BOS Wells chocolate cream in this. And speaking of BOS Wells, we'll get to that here in just a minute. But we're trying to keep things going in the pipe. I just lit it up. But you can't beat, like I said, BOS Wells for their moisture content and those kinds of things. But I want to start off the chocolate and coffee series with a coffee from this company that I didn't give good reviews on last video with their cherry blend, and that is Paretti, the AJ Paretti company. And this is a coffee blend. Coffee bean is what they call this. And this one I acquired in October of 20. I put my little stickers on the back, so I'll know what month and year I got these. As you can tell, this has gone down a little bit, but a good coffee blend, guys, if you're looking for something that's just not overpowering or just for an aromatic. Now, all these, you know, are aromatics, and but a very good coffee blend. But to me, not the best coffee blend. Let me show you what I think. Let me get lit up because my pipes are gone out. The best one that I have seen so far, now some of you guys might know of another one that Bass Piper hasn't tried. But the one that I've really enjoyed has been by Warped Tobacco, Saint Espresso. Saint Espresso. This one here is really good. Like I said, everything's subjectional to everybody's palate. I'm trying to keep the pipe going and talking all at the same time. In fact, I packed this just a tad light and don't have that draw like I need. But this one here by Warp, they also make, of course, cigars. And they did a collaboration with, I think, another pipe tobacco company. I can't remember the name of it. It's been a couple of years when they come out with this. But a very good coffee blend. I really think you would enjoy that. If you've never tried it, give it a try. But AJ Paretti's coffee bean is good. For me, the espresso, Saint Espresso by Warp, to me is the best one. I've only really got those two coffee blends. If some of y'all have had some other coffees you thought maybe I might like, put them in the comments in the ash hole, and I'll take a peek at it. Let's get into some, now, a couple of these guys that I'm going to share with you have coffee, have chocolate overtones. I'm going into chocolate now. And they may not have chocolate actually on the title of it, but they have chocolate and gives you the overtones and the aromas, tastes of chocolate in them, okay? Well, this one right off the bat is a good one. You're not going to beat this one. It's going to be hard to beat, let me just say that. And that is Bob's Chocolate Flake. Bob's Chocolate Flake. This one here I acquired in 23. And this one here, like I said, comes in, it's not a shag or anything like that. I believe it is it's a flake. And you gotta cut it up, chop it up to put it in your pipe. But a very good chocolate blend. In fact, it's got on here, it has a touch of latakia, which it does, but it has a nice chocolate overtone with this. Good quality tobacco. Another one that I haven't seen many smoke lately or heard about, and one that I really liked when I got started. As in most of my videos, I may have to put my pipe down, guys. But is Highlands Black Gold and Black Gold Plus. Highlands Black Gold, and they make a Black Gold Plus. They use a tobacco called Green River tobacco in this, and they have another undisclosed tobacco they put in this. But this one here has got a very nice chocolate room note. Your ladies would like this, okay? But Highlands, they can be, this one here I got in 2017 when I first started pipe collecting and trying different tobaccos. And I started going through this a little slower, and but they don't give this one away, so to speak. It's up there per the ounce. I think it was like $4 or $5 an ounce for this, and so a nice chocolate overtones with this one. Highlands Black Gold from Highlands Tobacconist. Here's another one. Now this one here, buddy, I got turned on to this one from Johnny, 2 a.m. Pipe on the Patio. When Johnny was out in California, he raved about this tobacco. Of course, those of us that know Johnny, he raves about all of his tobaccos. Johnny, if you see this video, I'm joking with you, buddy. But this one here, I have to give it to him. And Johnny, if you see this video, I'm still waiting on that review that you told me you were going to do on this, and I haven't seen another review on this. I know you did one way back. That was in your California days. But you need to bring this one out of your cellar again. This stuff here is good, guys. It's Wilkie's Saog, 71st Street. Wilkie's Saog, 71st Street. Now, I acquired this one, and I got a couple of 4-ounce jars of this. This is good stuff for an aromatic. You talking about a chocolate overtone. This thing right here, guys, ends up smelling more like cookies, or to me, caramel popcorn with chocolate. It's got some chocolate overtones in that. If you've ever heard about a tobacco that tastes like it smells, most aromatics don't. The room note's great, but your taste in this, it's totally different. We get mainly tobacco, The room note fills up totally different. This one here, you can get your nuances a little better and nicer. Now, comparing pipe tobacco with cigar tobacco, your nuances are going to be a whole lot stronger and a whole lot better to dig out in a cigar than it is a pipe a lot of times, especially with aromatics. With Englishes and things like that, you can pick out Latakia. Latakia kind of stands on its own island. Paretti, when you get that spice bomb going in there with Paretti and all that, Orientals sometimes will have that. You can kind of depict those things. But with aromatics sometimes, it's hard to really taste the chocolate, taste the whatever. But this one here, if you haven't tried it, go to Wilky's Tobacco, and look at the Saog 71st Street. When Johnny did this one, he raved over this thing. And I'm going to set this down, guys, because it's going out. I'll finish it later. He raved about that tobacco. I said, man, I got to try it. And he said, man, you will smell it from your mailbox. And that was about the truth of it. By the time I took the bag out of the shipping container it came in, or the bag it came in, I set it on my desk. And I went to go do something for about an hour or so because I was going to transfer it to one of my jars. And, and get the labels ready and seal it and whole 9 yards so I'm ready to smoke some of it. And when I walked into my office, it was like caramel popcorn and chocolate baked cookies. It was unbelievable. And it was still in the airtight bag it comes in. But, man, when you took that bag and unzipped it, and put your nose in it, whoo-wee, you talking about heaven. Man, that was some good stuff. Get you some of it and try it. Just try a few ounces of it, see what you think of it. But I think you're going to love that one for a chocolate / caramely type tobacco. That one gets a thumbs up from Bass Piper. Here's another one that ain't too shabby either. And this one comes from the Country Squire. Tobac de chocolate. Right here. Got this in October of 20. This one right here, another fine chocolate. Tobacco. Most all of these that I got for me, you're going to hear me lay the accolades. Fine, great, good, because I don't smoke no junk. Just like the one I did with the cherry from AJ Paretti's. After I did that video a couple of weeks ago, it went in the trash. And now I got the empty jar sitting here ready to redo it, clean it out, sterilize it, and get ready for another tobacco. But if it don't taste good, if it don't taste right, I get rid of it, just throw my money away and chunk it. But with this, the Country Squire, good blend from the Country Squire for a chocolate blend, okay? Tobac de chocolat, okay? And it's spelt a little different. Let me hold it up there in case you need to snap a picture of it. But that's how it is on their website. Now, you got to be careful with some of the stuff at Country Squire these days, because I went back to Country Squire a couple of weeks ago and looked at their website, and they're starting to rename some things. So what you used to call it, it ain't called that anymore. So if you can't find this, which I think you can, but there's some of the other ones, they've switched names. You might need to call them and go, hey, do y'all still carry this? Or have you renamed it, okay, to find it? So anyway, that's that. Well, I got 3 that I know of right now that I'm looking at. All 3 of these are BOS Wells tobaccos. And you know how I feel about BOS Wells tobaccos. They are some of the best out there. I'd put them up against any of them out there. Well balanced, moisture control, just good overall taste. And of course, I've heard some reviews on some of BOS Wells stuff. You know, some people think some things are a little bit mellow, especially in the Englishes or whatever. But if you're talking about an all-around tobacco that you ain't got to worry about, even in the Englishes, whether you get, you know, his Bear blends or his mild English or his military force, all these different types of Englishes with a lot of Kias and different things in it. They're all, to me, every one I've tried. In fact, some of you all that have subscribed to Chris's channel, Mutton Chop Piper. I'll get it out in a minute. Mutton Chop Piper. He did a thing last year on his blend club of some of the BOS Wells blends, and every one of them, man, I mean, they were spot on. Moisture content. He said, I can't say no more about the moisture content. You know, they're great. But the one that I'm smoking today for in the video here is their chocolate cream. Their chocolate cream. I acquired this in June of 19 when I went by the Alexandria store and picked me up some of this. And in fact, I got 2 jars of it. The other jar that I took tobacco out for this pipe, I've got it back in my office waiting to reseal it. And I forgot that I got enough to fill a jar and a half. And this is the half jar I found in my China hutch here that I keep a lot of my tobaccos on the bottom. Here's another one by BOS Wells that is good and got good it got good chocolate overtones as well. Is Piper's Pleasure. Piper's Pleasure. A good blend. This one here I acquired in July of 18. And I've had a few bowls out of this one here. And you go, Base Piper, some of your tobaccos you've had for the last 4, 5, 6 years, and they look full. Well, that's because I'm using other jars, and I haven't got to these. Or combination that Base Piper don't keep a pipe in his face every day. So it takes me a little longer to get through them. That's why I seal my jars and I store them. And so that's the name of that tune. Here's one that's really good. I got this one in 19 as well when I picked up the chocolate cream as well. This one's called Cupcake. Cupcake. And it is basically a great chocolate blend. You're not going to find any problem with this. The one that I'm smoking, chocolate cream, very good room note, easy on the palate. In fact, most of BOS Wells stuff is pretty easy on the palate. So like I said, those right there, guys, are my chocolate and coffee blends that I like. If you haven't tried any of these, try them. Let me just shoot them through the screen here one more time in case you need to write something down on them. AJ Pirelli's Coffee Bean, Warped Saint Espresso, Bob's Chocolate Flake, Highlands Black Gold Plus, and their Black Gold. I forgot what the difference is between the two. It ain't no big deal, but it's a little something variation. But try that one and see how that, make sure that's coming in for you. It's on that yellow banner there. Wilkie Saog, 71st Street. That is a caramel chocolate balm there, buddy. Country Squire, Tobac chocolate. Let me just put it in the center here. Take my face out the way. And then we got chocolate cream by BOS Wells. Piper's Pleasure. And Cupcake. So those are all my chocolate coffee blends. The next one that I'm going to shoot at probably doing, guys, is all my vanilla blends. And those blends that have vanilla in them. Okay? And if you know, notice that in my videos I've shared with you, I set up my my pipes that I have certain pipes that I smoke certain things in. Now, everybody's different, but I'll have, in other words, if it's a chocolate coffee blend, one of my pipes is my Eric Weaver custom made pipe. Nothing goes in here but coffee or chocolate. I've got a couple of other pipes that I do that as well. I've got pipes assigned to cherry blends. I've got some assigned to vanilla. Then I've got some that I'll do like cherry vanilla. You know, if it's got some vanilla in it, I've got some pipes that I'll smoke cherry and vanilla in it. It won't ghost it bad. It won't be, you know, you can kind of mix that. Then I got pipes for, you know, the more of the goopier tobaccos, as we call it, creme brulee, different things of that nature. That they're really good, but you know, it kind of leaves a little ghosting and goopiness that you got to let your pipe dry out for about a week and a half to get it out of there. But my pipes have certain things. Some of my Christmas pipes, I use Christmas blends in them. And that's just kind of base piper's OCD, you know, and my mental dysfunctions. But I know guys that just smokes everything and anything in their pipes, and that's fine. I've got pipes designated for English blends and that sort of thing. So, but this one here just gets chocolate and coffee. And that way it just kind of goes, they kind of go together a little bit, the coffee, chocolate type things, and the espresso. So sometimes I'll have some pipes that I'll just combine things. But my vanilla, I got quite a bit of the vanilla in certain things, and we'll go over those in the next video. But hey guys, in case you haven't noticed or haven't heard, smokingpipes.com has now got their 2024 St. Nicholas pipes out, and some of the other pipe stores are getting them out. But of course, I just ordered mine Wednesday night, and Santa Claus is going to be bringing me one in another 320. I'll showcase that when I get it. But I got a 320 in it, and they got the yellow honey stem on this one this year for the 2024. And I was really wrestling between the 320, the 673, and the 614 Umpal. So I went and shot for another 320. I like the 320s. And I've got a few years. I've ordered the 320s in that. I'll probably switch up maybe next year. But really, that's all the pipes I'm getting anymore. I don't really acquire any more pipes. I mean, I've got about 75 pipes. I mean, how many pipes do you need? You know, and I'm only getting these just to collect. The one that I kicked my butt about is I did not get the 2020 that year, and I don't know what happened, but it just didn't get it. I got the 17, the 18, the 19, then it's the 21, 22, 23. So I didn't get the 2020, and now I can't find any. I mean, unless you get a one that's already a used one. So and that's fine if I could find really get one that I thought was in good shape. But I was trying to keep my collection going, and for some reason, I think that's when I was going through that year of a lot of anxiety, a lot of stuff that was going on. And to be honest, they kind of had me jacked up a little bit on some crazy meds that I ended up coming off of. And I just don't think my mind was really there that year. It just kind of, you know. And by the time I really locked into what I was wanting to do, it was too late. They got blown out. So if you want to get you one for this year, they got a nice array of things on smokingpipes.com. Go over there and check them out for the St. Nicholas 2024. And and also, hopefully next week, Bass Piper will be down 30 pounds in my weight loss program and on the ketovore, and I'm going even more carnivore. But that stuff, buddy, really works, especially on the carnivore. You talking about taking weight off, it'll take your weight off, whether you're going to the gym or not. There's been a lot of people lose a ton of weight on that, and it's clean eating, guys. It's healthy eating. You just got to be ready to get off the carbs and the junk. Now, that doesn't mean that Bass Piper, I've cheated a few times. You know, I've had a soda here or there, you know, or had a bagel at McDonald's or something with some bread. But me and Bass Piper has taken a ton of sugar and carbs out of our diet. So I just got blood work done today. I go see the doctor in 2 weeks. They get my physical. Hadn't been in a few years. And so we're going to see how everything's going. And then in another 6 months, in March, I'm going to have blood work done again to see how things are going with my with my metabolic panel. And get all that hopefully more in check than what it is with cholesterol and, you know, your A1C and all the mess. So anyway, guys, man, I'm going 27 minutes. We're going to let you go, and that's going to be it for this week. And there might be a week or two before I get back on with vanillas, but we'll keep this going on as we go through the tobacco series with Bass Piper. Thank you to all the subscribers that I've had so far. Even picked up some from off the last video, and I want to say thank you so much. And for all my oldies but goodies, thanks for hanging in there over the years to Bass Piper. And but thank you so much for my newbies, my new subscribers. And I hope you'll enjoy this tobacco series. I hope it just gives you a little insight of, you can find out all the information you want on tobaccoreviews.com. And any of these, look them up, and it'll give you the whole thing and a bunch of other comments and stuff of what other people think about them. But these are Bass Piper's chocolate and coffee blends that I like. And if you haven't tried some of these, give them a shot. You might like them too. Till we see each other next time, listen, relax, have your pipe, and don't forget the many blessings God gives us each and every day. You guys take care. Bye-bye.